In a small Mexican town hundreds of years ago, there lived a small business owner named Ben. He had a wife and a 17-year-old daughter. Ben needed capital to start a business so he could support his family well, and so he decided to take a loan from a loan shark. He was to pay back the loan in 5 years. 5 years later, Ben still owed the money to the loan shark, and he didn't have enough money to pay the loan shark back. He didn't know what to do. He was really worried. He knew how cruel the loan shark could be. The loan shark was a very old, unattractive-looking guy that just so happened to fancy the business owner's daughter. He was very greedy, especially when it came to matters concerning money. He was cruel and unforgiving. When the loan shark heard that Ben couldn't pay back the loan he had collected, he decided to offer the businessman a deal that would completely wipe out the debt he owed him. However, the catch was that he would only wipe out the debt if he could marry the businessman's daughter. So, one day, he called the businessman over to his house and offered him the deal. Needless to say, this proposal was met with a look of disgust by Ben, but the businessman had no choice but to agree. The loan shark said that he would place 2 pebbles into a bag, one white and one black. The daughter would then have to reach into the bag and pick out the pebble. If it was black, the debt would be wiped, but the loan shark would then marry her. If it was white, the debt would also be wiped, but the daughter wouldn't have to marry the loan shark. They agreed on a date for this. The businessman was not happy about this deal. He prayed and hoped that his daughter would pick the white stone. He thought, if my daughter should end up having to marry this man, I wouldn't be able to forgive myself. God, please help me. It was the agreed day. The businessman came with his daughter, and standing on a pebble-strewn path in the businessman's garden, the loan shark bent over and picked up 2 pebbles. While he was picking them up, Ben's sharp-eyed daughter noticed that he picked up 2 black pebbles instead of 1 white pebble and 1 black one. He didn't know that Ben's daughter had seen him cheat. He asked the daughter to reach into the bag and pick one. Her father was so nervous. The daughter naturally had 3 choices as to what she could have done. She could refuse to pick a pebble from the bag, or she could take both pebbles out of the bag and expose the loan shark for cheating. Or she could just pick a pebble from the bag fully well knowing it was black and sacrifice herself for her father's freedom. All of her options would put her and her father at a disadvantage, and so she had to come up with a new plan quickly. Luckily, at that moment she was struck with a brilliant idea. She drew out a pebble from the bag, and before looking at it, accidentally dropped it into the mist of all the other pebbles. She said to the loan shark, "Oh my, how clumsy of me. Never mind. If you look into the bag for the one that is left, you will be able to tell which pebble I picked." The pebble left in the bag is obviously black, and seeing as the loan shark didn't want to be exposed, he had to play along as if the pebble the daughter dropped was white and clear her father's debt without the marriage. It's possible to overcome a tough situation through out-of-the-box thinking and not giving in to the only options you think you have to pick. Sometimes, the choices life seems to throw at you may not be the only available ones. You just have to think outside the box. You have to be creative. Creative thinking births ideas. Ideas lead to change. Change is necessary for success. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to see more from me.